It's kind of like when you discipline your child. One thing I hated all my life was to discipline my daughter. I hated that. I hated it because she was my everything. And I'd be on the road and come back and Kathy said, Jody did this. Well, handle it, woman. You're the head of the house. Since when did that happen? You're the spiritual head. Really? Bless God, didn't know that. Now you go over there and this is what she did. And I said, God, I don't want to do that. I hated it with a passion. So I said, Jody, she said, Dad, I won't do it no more. I said, okay. And then I go out of town, she do it again. And Kathy, I'd come back, Kathy said, you got to, I don't want to discipline her. I want to buy her stuff. She's my only daughter, like they say. And I just come in, hey, Jody, hey, you know what Jody and them did, what they did? Oh, I don't, you know, and I used to think, I try to justify, well, you know, I did that myself. Yeah, but I told her not to do it. Well, I do a lot of things you tell me not to do neither. We'd start arguing over it. She said, I'll tell you one thing, you're not going to discipline her? Yeah, I'll discipline her. Well, let me see. Go somewhere. I'll discipline her. It was hard for me. I didn't like it. God doesn't like it neither. I never had anything in my heart, I'm going to beat this kid's brains out. I'm going to rip her head off. No. I thought about her boyfriends like that, but never her. In fact, I told one of them, son, that was the ugliest boy. His head looked like a hatchet. I didn't want my grandbabies to be chopping wood with their heads. I looked at that boy and I said, you got to go, son. Kathy, I said, Lord, he turned sideways, his head's big. He looked at you straight like a fish. That boy's head, I mean, he had eyes on the sides. He's an ugly boy. I said, boy, my Lord, man, your mama must have been hard delivering you. I looked at him, I said, God, I said, you got to get out. I said, so I run him off. I sent him out, man. I did. Jody came down the stairs and said, Daddy, was that for me? I said, no, that was not for you. No, you got to protect your children. My Lord, that boy's head, you could have cut wood with his head. I didn't want him there. That probably was wrong of me to do that, but he didn't marry her. Oh, my God, help me out. I didn't want that. I didn't want him to fall in love, you know, because love's blind. Love's blind, but he wakes up about 20 years later and goes, Gah! I can't believe I married this woman. Let me tell you something about love. That's another thing. You don't pick your partner. You don't pick who you fall in love with. If you did, you'd have got somebody better looking. Think about it for a minute. Don't you know somebody better looking than your husband and your wife? Don't say nothing. They're looking at you right now. Don't say nothing. Sure. But you didn't have that choice. Love is supernatural. God does that. I mean, think about it. I know, I can see y'all think of that person right now. That joker is good looking. Then you look at your husband. My God, what happened to him? Got a belly, man, hanging over that belt buckle. You ever notice them belt buckles are shiny? You know why? Because when he sit down, that big belly just rub it real good. It's the truth. And you think, why did I fall in love with him? I dated a guy way better looking. I dated a guy that had abs. My God, pleasant to look at. This boy, what happened? And then he thinks the same thing about you. He said all his life, I don't want no fat woman. I don't want no fat woman. And winds up marrying a fat woman. He talks up against fat. All of a sudden, she gets fat. He goes, well. Like I say, you know, when she gets out the chair, okay, mama, pull, okay. Oh, bless God. And she walking, you hear them stocking. You know, don't look at your wife right now. And you think, my God, why did I marry her? Because you loved her. You don't pick your wife or your husband, and you don't pick your pastor. That's something else. You think you pick him? No. God picks him. He don't care if you don't like him. Moses had the biggest church in the whole Bible. He had 3 million people. There was no voting going on. Why? Only 2 of them liked him. 2 out of 3 million. There wasn't no voting going on. But notice the 3 million bit the dust in the desert, and Moses stayed. Why? You don't pick your pastor and you don't pick your partner. That's God's business. I don't know why Kathy married me. She's way better looking than I've ever been. I wasn't bad looking when I was young. Now, what are you laughing at? I mean, you ain't no bright catch yourself. I just thought I'd tell you that. No, I'm just joking. But I mean, God just put us together.